Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Uncharted Waters 2 New Horizons. Not that you would ever know that it was Uncharted Waters 2 from this title screen, which is remarkably coy about it being the second game. Anyway, I don't really remember where we left off, but there is a note on here that says anti-panda propaganda, and also one that says fortune teller in Alexandria. Alexandria something? No, Mano. There we go. Makes sense. We are in Guatemala because last time we had another hilarious case of not letting our health come back. I don't even know if you can get our health back. Where are we? Oh, we're there. Okay. What's our crew situation? That looks pretty healthy. Like maybe Petra could have a few more, but then she's not necessarily that long for this world. We are looking to replace her. Yeah, so we need to go right the way back round and go to Alexandria. But, yes, I remember now. We're not going to do that because it took so bloody long to get here that we are instead better advised to go back to Japan to go and get the ships. I'm assuming that this is us fully laden. Alright, okay. Alright, so we are going to sail 18 days. Now we should be able to just go can we get do we go? No, we're not going to go to fucking right, okay. 18 knots, off we go. 12 knots. What is it with the bloody wind on this? Last time it was against us, now it's against us too. Right, where are we on the chart? At least we know where we're going-ish. I'm getting a little bit nervous about this. I think we're actually going to go back to the Americas to get more water. Because, yeah. Right, okay, well. Because we have not got an even supply here. Go ashore again. We can't land there. Don't fucking. Oh, God. Right, go ashore here. What about that? Yes. Search for water. We couldn't find water. Right, okay, this is. Right, we'll just go there then. Yes, Santa Barbara. Alright. Alright, fine. Okay. That feels like that may not have been the play, but whatever. 25 days. Bags of time for us to hopefully this time actually manage to hit Hawaii. Once again, we're sailing directly into the wind, thanks to the oars. Right, okay. How are we doing for our comparative space on the chart? We might as well go. No, okay, right. So now we are sailing. It's like the wind is like conspiring against me. Okay, now finally we got stuff right. I'm actually going to auto sail if you don't mind, because I helpfully labelled this Hawaii. That is completely the wrong fucking way. Right, okay. So I guess we will not be auto-sailing. If we look at the chart... Right, okay, so it's just to the south. No. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Yes, we're going to stop in the way. Yeah, good for you. Cisco. Right. We'll try and balance this out somewhat, but I don't think we're going to do a terribly good job of it. Might not be too bad. Right, okay. This is, by the way, a drinking episode. It's been a really frustrating day, honestly. Doing some AI training work, which, you know, irrespective of whether you feel that I or anybody else should be contributing to the AI slop, is money, or rather it should be money, except when the system goes wrong you end up doing hours and hours of work and then are left with absolutely nothing to show for it, which is no appeals process, no thing, that's it, you just, yeah. So yeah, like that was a pretty hard thing to stomach. So now we're on very, very cheap red wine. Very cheap red wine. Yeah. I'll just come and try and think of some other ways of generating emergency revenue. Why not the right place? Is this? Doesn't look like Japan. Oh, it is Japan. Okay, fine. Right. No. Okay. Go on. Get in before we get into problems. Yes, we'll stop in Sakai. Navigation level of Anthony. Henri. Very good. We might as well try for the 2 o'clock. We don't get it. We might as well sack off the 2 o'clock and instead just go to the inn, which I'm getting slightly better at recognising in the Japanese territories. I don't think we necessarily need to do anything there. Right, let's have a look at transferring cargo, because one of the ships has to go, and I know that Petra's speed is good, but I think it is going to be Petra. Yeah, that's great. I would like to sell Petra. Oh, no, don't dismiss them, sorry. Okay. Transfer crew from Petra. No, cocking that up. There we go. To Adels, fantastic. Right, so we're going to get a replacement Petra and a replacement Dorothea. Did we have to name... No, I think we had to name these on the way in, didn't we? So... well, yeah, we'll sell it now. Fine. New ship. Yes, please. Right, new ship. New to Kusan. Yes, please. Steel hull. Yeah. Nope. I'll try you at 1500. I don't think I'll get it. Ah, fuck. Well, we'll just leave and come back. In fact, we might even just be able to sleep and come back. Right, okay, change job duty, first mate, because of course it will have given, what's his face, Camilo's captain. Like it's Cisco, isn't it? Like, it's just obvious. Fine. And then change job duty. I know we'll have to fix this anyway, but right, yeah. It's not actually this one, is it? It's the horses. No, it's not the horses. Maybe we'll do a run where we just have to fill our ship with cats. Just have thousands of cats, like 5 people on a ship with 12 cats. Yep. Cool. If I meet anyone, that makes any difference. Right, I don't know whether a day makes a difference, whether we have to leave and come back, so we'll take a look at that. Holy cow. Right, okay, we don't need a huge lookout. But 50-50 on those would be nice. That is weirdly not enough, right? So we need 60-40, 70-30. Okay, this is odd. 80-20. So hypothetically, go 50-50, 159. Why is this? Is this? Like, it felt like this was. Maybe it was just that everyone's navigation was better. Or like I don't. I don't know what the thing is. I guess Cisco's just not quite up to the task, unfortunately. Check in, right. Look, we've lugged land. Can we get a new ship? Yes, I will. Yeah, that's fine. New. Right, we definitely won't go as far as low as that, and I can't be asked waiting forever. So this will be the Petra, and we wanted 200 bunks for crew, 100 guns. Yeah, 72 things like that. Oh yeah, we also need to remodel. Firstly, what figurehead can we get on a net? We'll take the hero for now, but it's not going to be a long-term option. We'll get that on it. Yeah. Low capacity, that's fine. Okay, and we will on the net. So we're going to have a slightly reduced like capacity compared to other things, but I think it's going to leave us with more than enough. We don't need like vast sums of money. We don't really even need these boats, honestly. Right, okay. I think I've got my numbers wrong there again. Never mind. We can soon sort it out with whatever. The Dorothea, it was the lower one. Do we want more people? I don't think so. I think we're okay for now. Yeah. Yeah, 24 days is fine. Please don't screw me over with another storm. I think we have to go around Kyushu. Yeah, we certainly do, because it's on the far side of Kyushu. Right, okay. New ship, yes please. Remodel, figurehead, Dorothea. Oh, we can get Neptune. Do you know what then? In that case, I'll do a net with Neptune as well, because it will make differences. Dorothea. Yeah. Cool. Right, okay, that's all good. Yep. Right, we just want to come out, actually have a look at our fleet and think about who is next on our list. We could do the Leone. But honestly, I think I'll just do a new Lysithia, because we know we're going to want to replace the old one. New, yeah. We'll go and do this, making it combat ready, if not necessarily trade ready. Which one was that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's closed, but let us treat. Yeah, great. Recruit crew, 100 man. Yeah. On Dorothea, which is of course Camilo's thing. Fine. We'll go to the waitress and we'll tell her more boring stories. Of course, we have no way of knowing which stories she's actually heard, so it's going to be something of a lottery. Right. None of these things bought, like stone ball. Did it bite you? Right. Okay. So let's go crew. Let us assign crew on the Dorothea. Yeah, I think probably going 90-10 is reasonable. Although, looking at it, it doesn't make any difference to speed, so what if we went 50-50? Was 18, still 18, therefore Right, so we are base. Oh, imagine. Oh, change captain on the Dorothea. It will not be Camillo. It will be Afmet. It's actually faster. Okay. And if we change job duty, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, eh, Camilla? I wanted to have a rest because we can we'll probably afford to buy some porcelain or some shit. We'll get some supply. Yeah, no, maybe not. Because yeah, we are a little bit short on this. Do we do this or do we do silver? Silver's so cheap, but well, yeah, I think we'll do silver because it's. Miserable swine. For God's sake, why can't get bloody Jacob fast enough on this? Right, okay. Alright. This is going to work out roughly even both ways, isn't it? Right, okay. So the plan is basically going to be to cross the Indian Ocean, go via Malacca, that's standard, and I don't think we're quite... fucking... I just hate the way that I don't know. I mean, there might be one, but like I don't know if there's a hotkey for that. Yeah, we're going to have to stop in Nagasaki again, which is a little frustrating. Oh, we'll see. Can we get 2 o'clock? Got a chance. We do get 2 o'clock. Can we remember which one is the item shop? Previously it was the one with the horses attached to it. I don't know if that was a local thing to Osaka or whether or not that is the general Japanese way. Okay. Nagasaki, middle of the night. Nothing exciting. We only need to get to 4 in the morning, so we will do it via the pub. Unfortunately, it's going to take 2 things, but that's fine. Bow wow wow, yes, very good. Right. Okay, repair. Yeah, Edelgard. Like, storms absolutely wreck your ships. Oh, look at the state of that. Right, okay. Well, I'm not going to save my way out of that one. I think we'll just sail. Like we've lost like 2 days or something. Oh, do we not have... Why did Lysithia not have full... Oh, well, whatever. That's... Yeah, this is Thailand. So, the Malaysian Peninsula should be somewhere here. Yeah, very good. And... Wait, hold on. Bearing slightly lost. chart. Oh, I've just not gone as far as I've just not gone as far as I thought. Okay, let's just like Thailand and Laos. Malacca, kind. Good. Well done, Ambrose. Right. Never going to stop banging on about that, are you? Water is free. Cool. Yeah. I'm just thinking on this. And it's not really worth it, is it? I just don't quite get why Bernie's load is 100 and yet Lysithia's load is 70. Oh, because everything, I guess, because we've got extra cargo. We've got extra... No, because the people on... Oh, mystery. Right, well, anyway. We should easily get across the Indian Ocean. I might come... Oh, that's Bisai. I thought Bisai was a lot further north than that, actually. But... Right, I'm going to go across this bit of the Indian Ocean because we might as well clear up some stuff. So, yeah, let's come down a touch and now we can go west. Oh, God, right, okay. Oh, right, item. We are running a little low on bombs. That's quite scary, actually. Here's hoping. Once again, we are sailing into the wind for the most part. At least we have the current with us this time. And our draft will lessen as we go. Right, okay. I don't know which one this is, but... Mogadishu. Well done, Ahmed. Well done, Antonio. Why aren't we allowed in here? I'm not really sure that we even need to be in here. Mogadishu, we haven't really leveled it up any. No, we want Annette to have food, I think. Hilda, water, Ingrid. Yeah. Right, okay. Malindi, what was our state in Malindi? Do we have enough? Looks like we've got enough for industry there. We'll be careful, this is a Portuguese port. Well, I don't want that. Right, if we were to buy goods, gold's kind of pricey here, I think. I think we will just kind of sail on. Because if we, that's Zanzibar, isn't it? Mombasa. I don't think we need to be as sort of high as that. I think just maybe go to Sofala and do all our trade there. Is that Sofala? Mozambique. Oh, that's got to be Sofala. Quelimane. Sofala. Oh, okay. I don't think we need that. I think we'll just go straight to bed. Oh, this is a Portuguese port as well, is it? Well, let's have a see about that. Right, okay. I mean, we can turn a profit there. I think we're getting a lousy rate because it's Portuguese, but whatever. I don't care. Can we buy goods? Oh, it's still pretty good. No, we'll pay 315. We'll pay 320. We'll pay 323. Yes, good. Right, okay. Cool. Right, we'll sell some goods from the Dorothea. Right then, and then we will buy some more goods. On the Dorothea. Right, okay. I think the rest of it we're better off keeping for this. I'm gonna actually save it here without the stuff, just in case we get screwed over by the Portuguese. Doesn't look like we will, which is nice. Right, okay, no room there. Bernie won't have any either. Yeah, that's not really the balance that we need, but never mind. Cool. We will get more food when we get to Cape Town, which is another place where we could get storms, unfortunately. So I'm somewhat nervous and all this, but we'll see. Right, okay, it's basically food for the most part. We'll take some extra water, but we're generally looking to go food heavy just in case. Okay, and from here can we actually have a look at the chart? Because we might be able to. Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble. I think that we go for. Oh, what's the island called? There's one in here. There's Ascension Island and there's oh Christ, can't remember. But yeah, I think we go for that. I'm not sure that I can't remember if there's a port there. 16 days. We should be able to get out in 16 days. Right, especially with the wind at our backs. Okay. Alright, keep going. Okay, how's it going? It looks like Ascension Island or whatever the one I'm thinking about it for. It's like EU4 name. Right, we are on open seas here, so we'll go a little bit further, and then we need to start heading north. Once again, into the wind. Once again, directly into the wind. Right, we will pull in and get some supplies in Biscay. Do we need to do anything else here? I don't think so. Let's try and get a reasonable mix of stuff. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll kind of let Mercedes come down. We probably didn't need all that. We might as well stop by Madeira and use up the rest of our silver. I didn't realise you could get storms here. Motherfucker. Right, that is our last balm, so like balms are the priority. As I said, I didn't think we got storms as high north as that. So is that Madeira or is that not Santa Cruz? Where's Madeira from Santa Cruz? Is it just due north? Hello? Hello? Yeah, okay, there we go. Alright. This is Madeira, we just need to sleep. Check in, good. Right, firstly, can we transfer cargo? Yes. Mercedes has a load of food. Don't particularly want you to have any food, Mercedes. I would rather we split this between the remaining ships. Okay. Alright, well, what's got Marianne's that, okay, fine. Okay, and then that. Alright, Lysithia. You wanna take it? Oh. We're just trying to free up some space on it before we begin this. Okay, Lysithia has 50 silver, so I just get that sold. Cool, Adels is just porcelain. I'll have to flog that in our own time. Gold, gold, silver. Do, Cool. Yeah, it would be more fun if you couldn't get the prices low here in Madeira. I think they're a little bit perhaps too generous with the number of these in most ports. Certainly gold could be a lot. Oh my god! Yeah. Cool, right, okay. That will go on to the Ingrid. Right, after that, doesn't really matter. Can we supply everyone up to the max? This is not making a difference. Not going to make any difference. Sure, take the water. Alright. Oh yeah, bombs. I think they were here, weren't they? Predictably got here just too late. That is the pub. That is the. I think it might have been Marseille. But... Nope. Oh, we might be able to sell the porcelain here, actually, come to think of it. How much would you give us for that? I'll take it. It's not really worth that much. So. Gold at 960 is nice, but we can get far better prices for that where we're going. So. Yep. Let's set sail. Yeah, we're not going to sail for long, but we're not going very far. And we're into Genoa. And was it on this side or was it on the other side? It was on this side down here. Some of these ports I will. Yeah, they don't stick long in the memory, the vast majority of them. Right. I'm not going to bother with Venetian glasses at this point. Am I going to bother with Venetian glasses at this point? I don't think so. Okay, so let us buy some goods. Let's buy some silver. Not for that price. What about this? Come on. You do drive a hard bargain. You really do drive a hard bargain. like we would just save an absolute packet if we were if we got rid of Roberto and we had Jacob. Right, okay, so that, I think that is maximum, isn't it? So if we go to sell, let's say, yeah, I mean, that's a good price. Okay, cool. And now, can we buy goods? New, we'll pay 302. Okay, Scythia always used to hold it, so maybe we'll go back to that. Cool, sell goods, a net, sure, why not. Cool, buy goods. We don't have any silver in stock. Do we sell the remaining gold for that sort of cash, or do we keep hold of it? I think we sell it. We'll keep the rest. Right, which side was the thing on? It was the other side. Yeah, thing by the Governor General. Occasionally my boss. But for now, let us proceed with the main quest. I tell you what, why don't we supply our ship first? Just for shits and giggles. We're not going to be doing anything in the way of trade here. But then again, we don't necessarily need all this stuff, so... do you know... That will get us where we need to go. Oh shit, we need to... Naples, do you sell... dragon figureheads? Barcelona... Okay, fine. Maybe we'll go to Athens, maybe we'll get them. I think with a high enough luck you can go one better than dragon, but I don't know. Dragon is good enough. Yeah. Habitually I go for the 2 AM special, but there's no point in it. Yeah, no. We don't have the courage. Remodel, figurehead, Dorothea. Only has Neptune. Okay. That might be a thing that's sort of affecting. Please. Please. Yep, yep. Why we're getting so many storms. Yeah, sure. Right, okay, let's sell. Yeah, sure. That is Alexandria. It is now night time, which is actually perfect for our needs because we need to speak with the fortune teller. I think that they are going to be active now. It always feels like a bit of a lottery with the fortune teller. Well, we're going to turn evil then, aren't we? Right, okay, well, I guess we'll go to fucking Basra then, won't we? We might as well see, so yes, it turns out there is a point in this quest. We can get it from Barcelona. I'll just go to Barcelona. Yes, let's go and see. In fact, I'll put a note on my thing saying Basra. Right, at this point, yeah, we're just... We'll keep the existing gold that we have, but... and for now, just... Cool. Let's say that's Sardinia. Hello. Okay. I feel like that might be a little lower than it is in reality. I think that's Barcelona, isn't it? Yeah. Right. You're going to get in the way, aren't you? Okay. Remodel. Figurehead. Dorothea. No, it's not here. Is it Seville? Not quite sure where it is then. Like, we do kind of need to find that before we head round the coast again. We'll try the two capitals then. Oh, who could that be? Why is LinkedIn? I don't suppose we're going to get let in here. No, we do get let in. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, we managed to get through. Remodel, figurehead, Dorothea, dragon. Okay. Annette, dragon. Right, Adels is fine. Lysithia is fine. Hilda is fine. Bernie is fine. Ingrid is fine. Marianne is fine. Mercedes is fine. Okay, cool. Please let me out, please let me out, please let me out, thank you. Right, are we... I feel like we may have placed our eggs in the wrong basket with this one. I want to switch these over to that, but let's see here. Okay. Oh, there's a few more. Okay. I'm not going to say it's the last time we have to go around the peninsula. This is basically Pietro's quest is, it turns out, an advertisement for the Suez Canal. Let's see how we go with this. I'm going to take a rather ambitious route, which is to go straight around the coast here and head down to Cape Town. I don't know whether we'll be clearing the map, or what we'll definitely be doing is cutting across the South Atlantic. Given our speed, okay, fine. Kind of meaningless. Shall we push on to Mozambique? Or maybe not Mozambique, but Sofala. Let's see how far this goes. Yeah, I think so. The longer we go, the more we gain. Our speed is pretty good. Food is pretty good. Yeah. Not that it gets us up any levels, but anyhow. Cargo info. No. Log of goods. We might as well convert the silver that we have to gold. Kind of a bit pointless not to. Oops. Okay. Infuriating pricing on this. I'm just going to do it to... Am I going to do it to Dorothea? Maybe I'm not. Pointless greed? You bet. Right, I'm not going to do loads more because we've got stuff to do. Yes. Right, food. Let's start with food with the Adels this time. And that can continue to hold water, hold food. Bernie can hold nothing, Ingrid can hold nothing. Mercedes can hold very little. I see I'll do that and that. I could make this all a lot easier for myself by arranging it a different way. But I'm not going to. Right. We can sail for 23 days, so we might as well have a relatively long thing, at least up into the Gulf of Hormuz. Oh, if we can even navigate around here. We're slightly off from the coast, just purely for a little bit of exploration, clear out the map a bit more. Not that there's much we can clear out. What is the island called that is up there? One just off the Arabian Peninsula. Well, we've cleared it. North by northwest, 17 knots still. I wish the captain of our 13 knot vessel would that stuff together. Basra is just in the corner, isn't it? So that's Basra. Is it? Yeah. It's suggestive that we're not going to get too many more levels up without fighting. Oh, actually, we don't even need to go there, do we? That was a misclick. This is... Right, okay. So we have to sell something and then we can take it. I'm not going to use a balm, I am going to... is it too late? There has... that was our chance. To see how our love life was going. Right. Basra, I am hoping, hope of hopes, that you have a shop. If not, right. Wasteful. It's the lime juice. That was delicious. Yeah, it was. It was good, wasn't it? Right, okay. Sick. Right, anybody in Basra? No. Right. Alright. I told you to find the staff. That is Santa Fe. That is it's Gran Canaria. Unless my eyes are deceived by some blah 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 blah. Yeah, north is the marvelous city of Baghdad. Okay, fine. Okay. Food, water, water. I've not even looking. I promised that I would consider sorting this out, and I just didn't. Right. Okay. Cool. We will save because we've got a fair few things to go here. It's probably, I don't know if we'll go straight around to Cape Town. We might do. Right. I think if we do another run, we will do the Catalina run, or possibly Otto, the British one. Maybe we'll do the British one. What we will not do is the Ernst one, because we've cartographed. Is that the word? The expression? We've charted like a significant part of the globe anyway, and like. The whole thing of his is basically discovering Japan. Sorry, I don't know why I just ruined that. But yeah, you don't get access to. Oh, well done, Frizz. Yeah, you don't get access to Nagasaki or Sakai on his. Right, let's try and make the downstairs bit here water and the upstairs bit food. Even though that's not a terribly efficient way of doing it. What am I doing with this? 14 days. We'll head up the coast on this one and then we'll go across. Yeah, because we're just going to need more water from everywhere. Fine. Supply. Right. See, the ideal way to do this, which I have not done, is to try and have, firstly, like, and we could change the order of this, have ships with equivalent carrying capacity next to each other, and then go one water, one food. And then you can see nice and easily which one you need more of. But I haven't done that. I haven't done anything close to that. I have just put them wherever. And then ordered food and water wherever. Oh, come on. No notice. Right, that is likely to be a problem because they're going to give us another one of those, I am sure. If we find a port we need to repair. Right. We don't necessarily need to stack up food and water, we just need to make sure that everything is tip top. Repairs. I think because of the figureheads we're not getting as much damage as we would have otherwise. Okay, fine. Or maybe it's, I think it causes the storm to be of a lesser strength. Cool. Enough for them. Are we in one of these fucking ludicrous situations where we've lost? No, we're just going really fucking slowly. Presumably because current and wind. Okay, fair. Oh, maybe it's not there. It could be the Azores, actually. Which we haven't been to. I can't remember exactly where they are. I think I will try just going to... Ooh, actually, no. We're going to go flying out into the... Where are you? Yeah, let's get some food for the love of God. Yay! Navigation went up. Maybe that would allow us to get Jacob, even though it's miles too late. Right, and we will save at this point because I've been going at this for some time. Sure. Bernie's. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so the Azores are mid-Atlantic, but I'm not sure if they are parallel on this map with the Canaries, or whether or not they're further up the Atlantic. Like it feels like they would be there. Well, they could be there, but I don't think they're as low down as that. Although maybe they are. Let's go just lower, just make sure. Okay. It's an interesting little device that the way that your thing is off center. It just reduces your field of view, which actually kind of makes the exploration side, like, I like it. I mean, it makes it inconvenient, but it kind of, you know, like maybe it should be inconvenient, like you're in the middle of the fucking ocean. With that said, right, okay. I think it's very unlikely that they're going to be as low down as that, which makes me think they're probably there, because we're now outside of the range of the Azores and more into the Caribbean. So yes, I think we'll double back and we'll head to our good friends in Lisbon. This would be kind of like checking the stars, wouldn't it, to navigate? Okay, just again, quick check of the chart. And again, you see, I don't think they're this far either. Well, now I am a little flummoxed. There is, as I say, that like the small like Ascension Island archipelago, which it could be. We'll go to Seville. Oh, in fact, we'll go to Ceuta, even though it's probably also. I mean, we just need like supplies, don't we? Well done, Dante. Well done, George. Cisco. Nothing from Cisco. Poor Benjamin Cisco. Right. The other place it could be. I quite like this little gameplay. I don't know. I was about to call it. It's not a vignette, or whatever. You know, the search the map thing. I generally like that. I think like it's just a very basic mechanic in a lot of exploration games of like, where does this fit? Yeah, it could be. There's an island in South India. What's it fucking called? Not too far off the coast of Madagascar. It's not Hawaii because it's too small to be Hawaii. There's also, okay, so potential spots down here is in like the Ascension Island region. Around here, there's that island. I think it's the one that there's been all the thing recently about. The UK and the US having military bases there, and science stuff's been in the news, been quite a feature. And then there's one more just down here off the coast of Pasai, but I don't think that's like an island group. I think that is just like a single island. I think Ascension's probably a better bet. So we'll I can't remember if I saved. I did save. We'll save again. Look at superstition. 23 days. We'll go down south and yeah, I think we can probably cover this in the 23 days. Maybe we'll pick up some more supplies just from the next African port, because it's yeah, okay, fine. Because we are going to be messing about in the open seas. Cool. So I suspect, I don't know whether I'm right to suspect this, but I suspect that part of the reason we have speed issues is because we're using oared ships. I think that like pure sailing ships would be generally faster. The problem with like sailing ships with no oars is that there are a few instances, and it's a really horrible thing when it happens, where it goes completely still, and like mostly that's like a negative event. But there are a few places, I think particularly of the Arctic Sea, where there's just no wind, and like yeah, like when you are, I've died there quite horrendously. Also, some of the rivers are a problem. But on open seas, I think we'll be going far faster, even against the wind, most likely. Sort of contrary to what you might expect. Let's just check our bearings on the chart. Okay, I think we can come. Maybe we'll just clear up that. I don't think there's anything in this bit. But just in case, let's go and have a nosy. Okay, that's fine-ish. Okay, so we'll definitely go over there, because what we want to do now is repair in wherever's there. Okay, cool. Well, the coast of Brazil is going to be a better spot for this in any case. To base our operations. I think. Maybe it won't be. Rio? Where did I put you, Rio? Put you there. Yeah. Cisco! Maybe that'll speed us all up. Now Cisco's got better seamen. That is unfortunate. But whatever. Right, well, we'll have to unfortunately sail, so that was kind of pointless to do like that. at least until evening. Actually, I don't know. No, I'm going to cock up with this. Just, yeah. Like I say, that mechanic, yeah, I mean, it could be better, couldn't it? Like, if you didn't, oh yeah, the arrangement there. Yeah, they should guard it at night. It really makes so little sense of just like routinely just sneaking in under cover of darkness, or there should be something that gets in the way. And I think you wouldn't even minigame it. I think finding some other way to get through would make things more interesting. Right, anyway, repair. Yeah, that was the theatre. Cool. All right. So yeah, I think Ascension Island's somewhere around here. If it is that, I don't think it's the Galapagos. I'm kind of surprised it's not the Azores, but like I would have thought. Well, mind you, I suppose it's not necessarily where Atlantis is supposed to be. It's just, yeah. All right. Okay. It's actually in quite an awkward little spot, this, because we're on the edge between the two kind of world maps, like the split, like the seam in the world map, if you will, and the way we discover things is slightly problematic. Right, I think we have to go back across. Did we miss anything? No, I think we just go back to Rio. Yeah. Right, well, we may be involved in this guessing game a little while longer. We're travelling at 17 knots, so I was hoping we'd hit land fairly soon. Can we go ashore? Yeah. We've gone too far. Well done, Ambrose. Right, well, it does not appear to be there. It turns out with this, I am a few. What's the word? Like I'm ahead of the stream by a little way. So unless we are seriously cocking this up, if you post in the comments where you think this could be, it shouldn't. That's not what I want to look at. It shouldn't sort of backseat. So feel free to be to post your ideas and feel smug if you're correct. Things that have a little. Unless it's in the South Pacific, that could be Easter Island, couldn't it? God, I hope it's not Pitcairn. Okay. Did we save that? Sorry. No. Well, let's save it. Right. Okay. Well, go on then. Once again, Uncharted Waters 2, New Horizons has got me. I will have just one more turn while I go down here and sail the South Pacific. This is going to be quite the thing. It's tempting to turn the rations down for this one because it is yeah, it's not going to be a fuck around. Come on. Thank you. Wait, was there not a port somewhere? Oh shit. Oh, great. I mean, it's a good exercise in getting Owen's navigation level up, but right, okay. So let's supply. Rely on the element of supplies. At least we're getting a better split with the water as Mercedes uses up the rest of that food. Right. I am going to take us down to 80% food and water for this. Watch this space, because we have got quite the way to go. Right, the chart. I think we just had kind of, yeah, just due west, really. I'm not entirely clued up on where the sort of latitude, what latitude places like Easter Island are on. I guess doing sort of like a kind of wavy approach is of some benefit. Right, okay, we're starting to slow down. Crew rations. Their health, unfortunately, will drop, which is not ideal. But better their health drop than we run out of food. I think we probably want to be a bit north of that. I think. Once again, the wind conspires against us. Oh, I could just come back on side. Oh, right. No, not your wages. Turn it up slightly. Not because there's particularly a boost to yo-yo in it, just I think at this point we're kind of trying to locate New Zealand. Oh god, health. Right, rations. Health is rock bottom. When health is rock bottom, crew start to die. So, I'll get back up to that. Transfer crew. Okay, well I blinked. Fair play. So all I can say is that it's harder when you're trying to manage like the movement on this side to keep an eye on this and this. It doesn't sort of leap out. There's not a wealth of notifications. I've been keeping a fast eye on this. I think it feels slightly unfair, or slightly unrealistic that like the crew is like sorry guys, you're only going to have 3 potatoes each instead of 4 today, and they all just keel over dead. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this from a design point of view. Right now, here this is a difficult thing. When something is like the music as well. When something is kind of like sometimes there'll be things like the first time when we lost all our crew, I was quite salty about it. No pun intended on the whole seawater thing. This time was like just hilarious. Should you? I don't think that this is good. I think that this is. I think that it's counterintuitive, and I think it has the potential to be extremely frustrating. This has been funny. I've enjoyed it. A lot of the time when we're designing mechanics and we're designing systems, things aren't necessarily literal. They are abstractions. And I've mentioned Europa Universalis before. Like, you know, if you took every troop in the you know, when it says you have 1,000 troops, if you took that to literally mean 1,000 soldiers for every 1,000 value of troops you have, eventually the number of armies in the game would surpass the global population. It's an abstraction. Maybe I shouldn't really refer to games that you might not have played. The point. Where's another one that we've done on the channel that uses things in quite an abstract way? I guess, like, maybe just health in Fallout or in Baldur's Gate or Fire Emblem or any of those games. Like, a numeric value for health is it's an abstraction with gameplay in mind. You know, like, you don't really have a health level that is a numeric value, and if you did and you were on 1 health, you wouldn't perform anything like, you know, we do in these games where you're fighting to the last. You'd be, you know, bleeding out on the ground, I suppose. But we abstract that away in design because, you know, that wouldn't be that much fun. I mean, like, the Banner Saga kind of tried that, and as I said in the tier list, it misses. It's not a good system, but because the abstraction is key. But the core part of any abstraction is that it should be easy for players to understand from a gameplay mechanic point of view, and be able to, on some level, whether by just game habit, you know, years of gameplay, you know, experience of how games are done, or a relationship to reality, it should it should communicate to the player what they need to know for the mechanic in question, and why, you know, obviously, you know, putting them to 70% rations, halving the, like, you know, not even halving the number of potatoes, and they all drop dead is hilariously funny. And you could say, well, like, you know, as I've sort of laughed at there, it's hopelessly unrealistic. But that's not really the problem here. The problem is if in whatever it was, 4 or 5 days of, on average, 70% rations, everyone dies. What does, like, 20% rations mean? You know, like, even if you're gonna sort of explain this, you know, because I don't think it's actually, like, that bad a mechanic of, like, yeah, your health will deteriorate if you're on lower rations. What I'm more sort of concerned with is the rate at which it does. Because, you know, and the relationship between those rations and health. I don't think that many players would intuit that, perhaps in the way that they should. The kind of lesson here as well is to keep an eye on health. and maybe to have kept an eye on crew as well. I mean, that's definitely, you know, I don't mind that. You know, the information is there on the screen. I can't, like, the game is basically choosing to say, with these and this, and I think that perhaps I place slightly undue importance on this when maybe I should place more importance on this, which is again a gameplay lesson. That these are our notifications. I don't necessarily want a pop-up notification on, your crew is dying. I think that the information is there, but it just wouldn't strike me to look for it based on what we've done with those rations. It just seems to have had, and really the numeric value of the rations, I mean, we might as well hilariously put it, well, we have put it to full, if the rations are going to affect health at the speed that they have, assuming there's no other factor that I'm missing, and there could be, and if there is, please post in the comments, and I'll I'll take that on board. I don't think that's necessarily benefiting from a numeric value. I think at that point, something like half or quarter just gives more emphasis. It does, the way it would feel perhaps to a player as well, I think, just again thematically, and maybe again, well, I don't think that health is a good abstraction of health and morale. I think that morale is you could, because it feels like if you were stuck at sea for ages and your rations would cut to half, your morale would plummet. But I don't think you'd be like in the middle of the South Pacific and be like, I'm not getting fed enough, and you're just going to jump off the ship and start swimming home. So, yeah, maybe a system wherein the first, it's a sliding scale of the health decreases, and then the morale decreases first, and then the health. And with the morale decrease, more people want to leave, which might be a behind the scenes thing, to be fair to Uncharted Waters. But I don't know. But this, as it stands, I mean, it's been brilliant. I'm pleased for the content, but it's not really. It's not good. I think the other slight problem, again, it could just be the way I'm playing it, but I think that you spend a massive amount of the time in the game managing these two resources. And so your eyes are naturally drawn towards these two resources, and the fact that the font's bigger and clearer and so on. I don't generally feel a need to look at these. I'm also not sure from a UI point of view why they run red, blue, and then the black bit at the end. I'm not really sure what the black bit at the end is achieved, and perhaps I'm missing something here. And perhaps people who are real experts at this game are following that, but I don't necessarily. Again, it doesn't feel terribly likely. What do you think of this? What do you think of these designs? What do you think about abstractions generally? Post any ideas in the comments, please. Let's get a discussion going. I guess the final thought on this, though, I mean, like, I know I said it at the start, but we'll make it like the sandwich, to the bread on each side of the comedic filling of this instance. Like, abstraction is not a bad thing. The problem with this is not that 800 people died because they went like 5 days with like only 4 potatoes rather than 5. That isn't the inherent problem. Don't be afraid of abstraction. Just make abstraction good, quality, readable abstraction. The other thing with this as well, like, just going back to the Fallout, Baldur's Gate, whatever health example, the numeric health is excuse me, is to build on the existing nature of known game design elements. There is a certain amount of shared knowledge. Now, I'm going to reference here another much more mainstream. I think he's got maybe not millions of subscribers, but he's certainly he's up there in terms of video content. A guy called I think his name's Rasputin, and he does a series called is it Gaming for a First Time Gamer, or Gaming as a Non-Gamer, where he gets his partner who doesn't have a history playing video games, who has never really played any significant video games up to about, I think it's about 4 years old, this series or something, and it's a really interesting look. It's quite a brilliant dive into what it's like as a gamer when you don't have the sort of shared game knowledge of years of playing games, and why that can be a barrier, and also as a developer, like how you can not exactly tutorialize, but like inoffensive ways of getting people who haven't necessarily played games to have a fun time playing games. This is all kind of a weird thing for this channel to discuss, because the message that I'm generally pushing with this is that, like, you should, if you're a small or small medium level company particularly, the best way to go about success is to try and make something really good that appeals to fans of the genre. That's more likely to get success if you're a small or medium developer than trying to make it like a game that's like the sort of everyman experience of AAA. But there are still things that you can take on where you're not necessarily directly seeking out the casual market, but you're also like just being subtly mindful Yeah. One of the classic examples, I mean, I spoil the series slightly, but I think it's brilliant, and it's absolutely wonderful, is on Breath of the Wild. It does something which, and Rasputin, who's sort of describing everything, is the process that his partner's going through, says, like, he didn't notice it, I didn't even notice it, really, and now I've gone back, it's like, hang on, like, a lot, Breath of the Wild does it, Ocarina of Time does it, a long history of Zelda games doing it, where it shows you where when it's telling you to press a button on the screen, it subtly shows you where it is on the pad, and he was saying that his partner, every time in any other game where it told you press X, she was looking down at the pad and to see what the X button, which button that is, which got her killed on loads of occasions. And I'm not saying that you need to ridiculously and redundantly tutorialize everything, but it was just really cool how you can show that in a way that I, as somebody who knows very much where the expert, I've got 40 years of, not quite 40, but 35 years of experience of where the X button is on a Nintendo controller, and I didn't notice that Breath of the Wild was pointing that out. I just saw it as press X. So yeah, I mean, obviously Rasputin doesn't need me. Apologies if I'm getting the name wrong. I think that's the name of the channel. Doesn't need me promoting his channel. He's got, I've got, at time of writing, 12 subscribers, and he's got however many million. But it's still, it's worth a watch from a game design point of view. Anyway, gone into rambling. There's our extra 20-30 minutes at the end. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye bye.